Tressa.
I'm Dani,
and welcome to
Wifey Wednesdays.
Today we're just going to be doing the roommate tag to give you guys a chance to get to know us a little bit. So let's not waste any time and get straight to the tag.
Alright,
so the first question is, did you guys know each other before you became roommates? Absolutely.
We have been best friends since like middle school. We've known each other for almost 10 years now.
Yep. Next year's the 10-year anniversary of our friendship. Because that's a thing.
Yeah, so we've absolutely known each other forever. The next question is, what did you guys initially think of each other the first time you met? So like I said, we've known each other for almost 10 years. And
I honestly don't know.
I really can't remember.
I think I was just like, she's cool. I'm sitting at a lunch table. We're good.
Yeah, I think really the main thing I remember is like we met through mutual friends, and then we had a class together, and that was when we really became very close. And that's about it.
That's kind of the third question too. How long did it take until you guys became friends? And that was when, I think it was like a year when we really had our own friendship.
Right.
And we would sit in 8th grade social studies and talk about what would happen when we became millionaires. And lo and behold, we're 20 and live together, and we're talking about what will happen when we become millionaires.
It's not changed at all.
So
the next question is, what do you guys really argue about? And honestly, we don't argue.
We don't.
It's very rare that we argue about anything.
We fight. The only fighting we do is we're both like, this happened today, and we're like, oh, we both hate them. We're both gonna fight them.
Right. We argue about other people to each other, so it's mostly just venting. But
we're not very confrontational with each other. So, all right, number 5 is, what is one thing that really bothers you that your roommate does? She leaves coffee cups everywhere, like half full. I'm like, what are you doing? There's a coffee cup. You literally just put your half full coffee cup in the sink. Dump it out. But then she washes them.
I'm an avid coffee drinker, so I just leave coffee mugs everywhere, and I completely own up to it. However, the thing she does is not intentional. But the girl has a ton of hair, and it gets everywhere, and so I will be at work and randomly pull like a foot-long strand of hair off of my sweatshirt, and everyone will be like, what is that? Oh, it's my roommate's hair, don't worry about it. So the next question is, do you guys both have the same passion for makeup? And 100% yes we do.
It's fabulous.
And we perpetuate each other's obsession with it.
It's a problem.
So,
Yeah. Next question is, what does she think of your YouTube? We share a channel. What up?
Awesome. The next question is, who spends the most time getting ready in the morning? And that one.
That's probably my fault.
She takes forever to get ready, but she can get ready quickly. She just chooses to take a really long time.
I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, ugh! And it takes me like an hour to fully wake up, so I just take my time.
All right.
So that happens. Number 9 is, what was something that you two didn't notice about each other until you became roommates?
Honestly, I think the only thing we didn't notice about each other is how much we hate other people. Not that we hate people.
Such a bad thing to say.
I feel like it's a really bad way to phrase it.
We just don't like going out and hanging out with other people. We're both just like, hey, it's Saturday night. We both got off work. Do you want to do something tonight? We're both just like, no.
Netflix is a thing.
I don't want to do anything. I'm going to go home. I'm going to put on my sweatpants. I'm going to take my makeup off. And I'm going to go on Netflix and Tumblr. And occasionally I'm going to scream to your room. But that's about all of the social interactions.
Yeah, we are both very introverted. We don't like to be out in social situations often. The next question is, do you guys sometimes get fed up from seeing each other every single day? And honestly, no.
She left for a wedding and she was gone for like 4 days, and I'm like texting her by the end of it. I'm like, when are you gonna be home?
I was literally in the airport, about to get on my plane, getting text messages from her saying, I miss you, come home right now.
And it was like 3 days.
Yeah, I was gone I think I was in Arizona for 4 days total, and she almost just died.
Yeah, we love each other a lot, so. Yeah. Okay, 11 is, how do you avoid tension while living together? Like we said, we're not very confrontational with each other, but even with little things, like if the hair thing's starting to bother her, if the coffee mug thing's starting to bother her, we're just like, dude, go clean up your stuff. And we both know, I'm not going to get offended if she's like, your hair is on everything, and she's not going to get offended if I'm like, your coffee is everywhere.
Yeah, we have a very basic rule of if it's bothering you, tell them.
Yeah.
And it works out really well for us.
Yeah. I think we both realize, like, it doesn't have to be a fight, like, if we have an issue. So we can just be like, hey, this is a problem, I'm kind of bothered by this, and that person's like, I didn't even realize that was a thing, I'm sorry, I'll fix it. Like.
And I think that's actually the answer to the next question, which is what's one rule you guys have while living together? And that's just it. If something bothers you, tell them. Don't wait several weeks or even just a few days to tell them. Tell them right away.
Yeah, and don't be passive aggressive about it. Just kind of be like, hey, this is a problem, let's fix it.
Yeah, we don't leave notes to each other like you hear horror stories about roommates who leave sticky notes everywhere. That's definitely not us.
No. Alright, the next question is, how do you deal with sharing a bathroom?
We don't.
We both have our own, and it's the best.
Best thing ever.
Yeah, if we had to share a bathroom, we might actually argue a little bit.
Yeah, that might become a problem, but we don't have that problem at all.
So we're fine.
So next question is, do you make separate dinners at night? No.
Not usually.
Usually, if the other person is gone, we'll make our own dinner, and the person who comes home later will make their own. But if we're home together, we make one dinner and we split it, and we make it together, we clean it up together, and we are basically just wives.
Yeah, basically. That's the name of our channel.
Wifey Wednesday derives from that.
Yep. Alright, number 16 is, do you use your roommate's things without asking? Not really. If it's in we have our own rooms, so if it's in our rooms, you ask. If it's not, it's kind of free for all, but even then, like, we don't use each other's coffee mugs, we don't, like, I don't know, like, we have our own blankets, we have our own coffee mugs, I mean, like, and then everything else is just kind of communal, so.
Next question is, what are your favorite things you like to do with each other?
I think, honestly, we're both just like, we'll watch the same shows on Netflix and then be like, oh my gosh, I just got here, and you're like, I know.
Yeah, so we've gone through the entire series of Gossip Girl and up through the current series of Vampire Diaries, just playing cat and mouse with each other, watching it. You know, I'll get 3 episodes ahead and I'll be like, you have to watch it, and then she'll get a couple of episodes ahead of me, and so we just keep up with each other, and she's constantly telling me, you have to watch this show next, and adding things to my list.
She doesn't. I'm like, you need to watch all of these television shows, and she's like, I'm watching Friends.
But Friends is the best show ever. It defines.
She needs to watch some of my television shows, though.
Shut up.
I get kind of frustrated.
I'll get to it.
Not really,
maybe,
but
just
okay. All right.
Okay. The next question is, what happens when the other person gets sick? And usually, if one of us is sick, we're both sick, because we spend so much time together.
And we live together.
Kind of inevitable.
It's just kind of how it works.
So.
Number 19 is, have you thought about having pets or a pet? Yes, I want a cat. Actually, I think I really want a dog right now, but I keep going back and forth.
Yeah. We definitely discussed having pets. However, we can't have dogs in our apartment. They do allow cats, but it is quite a bit more expensive to have a cat in the complex that we rent from. So it's probably not going to happen for a while. Eventually, if we move out of this apartment and move in together at another place, we might.
Pets.
We might.
Okay, number 20 is, what is the funniest thing you've done together? And this is kind of a weird question. Like wifey date days.
Yeah, we've had date days where we go shopping and see movies and come home and make dinner, and we think it's normal.
Okay, last question is, how has being roommates helped or hurt your relationship? I think it's helped.
I think it's definitely helped, and I think something that you hear anytime you talk to anyone who's gone through college and has lived with their best friend, everyone always says, don't do it, it's going to ruin your relationship, and honestly it has not.
No, not at all.
If anything, it's made us even closer and even better friends.
Yeah. We do want to do a video about this someday. We're going to do like a college kind of related series, but I think the most important thing is, if you are considering living with your best friend, you really need to sit down and talk and be like, okay, well, like, what are your living habits? Like, how do you expect things to be done? Like, neither one of us are like, everything has to be super, super insanely clean 24/7, but neither one of us are like slobs, but
you definitely have to know each other's personalities and habits outside of just hanging out with your friends, because living together is a completely different situation. So, but yeah.
All right, so that's all the questions. So that's it for Wifey Wednesday and the roommate tag, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.